Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube. We got an amazing start here. Mox Sapphire. I think it is the best Mox, although I have said this many times before, but I think Mox Opal, the white one, I don't know the name of it, might be better than Mox Sapphire. It's like at least on par because Mox for the white deck is just so busted. Like turn one Thalia wins many games, but I think Mox Sapphire is still better. If this was not in the pack, it would be probably Mana Vault and then Polluted Delta, and then somewhere between Liliana and Inquisition. Those are good cards, but I'm just gonna take Mox Sapphire and be pretty happy about it. Okay. Force of Will is good, not incredibly busted, but we do have Mox Sapphire, so we're more incentivized to go into blue. And this does help us cut blue pretty hard. I don't think there was that much blue in the last pack, if I remember. It was like a Pestermite and Polluted Delta too. But so this helps us cut blue, which is always a good thing to do in Cube. I think the next consideration is probably Rishadan Port. This card's just busted, but it's probably going to wheel because people don't respect it. But if I was just like picking cards based on power level, I would probably just take Port there. Okay, well, Consecrated Sphinx is a pretty good pickup here. It's in blue, good with Force of Will. Mind Twist is also a consideration. I think I passed this in a couple other drafts without saying anything, so sorry about that. I think this card is good. Not as good as like it might appear at first glance in Vintage Cube because people can empty their hands very quickly. But if you have fast mana, go for it. I'm going to take this Sphinx though. I think it's overall a safer pick, plus it's on color. Like I like to stay close to monocolored if possible. It looks like blue is pretty open here. We got past the Sphinx into Counterspell, so we're going to be paid off pretty well, I think. If we weren't taking Counterspell, something I really like is the blue-white like tempo deck. I think you saw, if you haven't seen it, go check out my Time Walk video. That deck was sweet. But we're going to take Counterspell, be pretty happy about it. And this might be the first time going mono blue in a while. That at least mono blue that was not Storm. Well, we could still go Storm. I'm not ruling it out. Okay, so actually we have a decision here. I know Pestermite was in the first pack I took. Pestermite's, so we could take Deceiver Exarch, hope to get Pestermite, and set up for a good twin deck if we get Splinter Twin or Kiki Jiki. We do have like some good early interaction, so I wouldn't hate that. We could just take Gush and stay on the take all the good blue card strategy. Demir's Signet is also one of the better signets. And then Karakas and Golos are both considerations. I'm not in love with Golos in this deck. Like if I already had Sheldock Isle, I might take it. I think here I'm just going to pick up the Dimir Signet though. It's on color, goes well with like ramping into Consecrated Sphinx and things like that. Not too mad about that. Here I'm going to take Rakdos Signet. I don't love Sensei's Divining Top, and none of these other cards are really too great. So we're just going to take some fixing, because if you are in blue, like maybe we pick up a Tinker, and then these artifacts are going to be relevant later on, things like that, or Slayering Academy. I will take a Wildfire. Blue-red Wildfire is a very, very strong archetype. Seeing Wildfire this late is also a good sign. Plus, we've just picked up some Signets, so we're kind of set up to do that. Wow, that's a late Grudge. I don't think I've played Grudge yet, but Grudge is really, really strong. And I'm missing on like a Pia and Kieran. Yeah, I'll take Ancient Grudge. This card, like, single-handedly just beats some decks. Ooh, okay. So we could take, I think it's really between Inquisition and Embereth Shieldbreaker. I think Inquisition going that late is kind of a weird signal, although I guess whoever was drafting black took the Thalia. So I do have two black signets. I'm going to take Inquisition. I think it's better than the Shieldbreaker. Wow, that is a late Inquil Leviathan. So if I get Tinker, then Leviathan is good. I don't think Metalworker is generally good enough. So it's really between Leviathan and Rishadan Port, and I like Rishadan Port. We're already like leaning towards Ancient Grudge Wildfire. Port just kind of helps complete that. Okay, Mana Tithe versus, I don't think this is going to be a Magus of the Moon deck, but maybe. It's Mana Tithe versus Tasigur. So Mana Tithe is better if we go white, which I think in general Wildfire, like you're more likely to be Jeskai, but I do have like a decent amount of black fixing. I think Mana Tithe is better than Tasigur. Okay, white does seem open. That's good. Here, I'll take a Parallax Wave. There are some combos with it, because I'm probably not going to play really any of those. Karakas just beats some deck on its own. Wear Tear is good. Okay, so Jeskai seems open. I don't know what's going on with that Inquisition, but someone just took Liliana over it. So maybe there's like one committed black drafter. We'll see. Jackal Pup, sure. I like the deck so far. I'm a bit skeptical. I don't have any like good fixing. Well, Secret Foundry is good fixing, but I think this deck needs Mana Leak a little bit more. There's also Thran Dynamo, which is a really nice card for like Wildfire and stuff, but in general, if I'm like not sure which card to take between two cards in Vintage Cube, I generally just take the cheaper card because like you can get Thran Dynamo, you can get Jace the Mind Sculptor. There are like a bunch of really good 4-mana plays, and you can only play so many of them. Whereas if you have like infinite mana leaks, you can run them in your deck and not really have a problem. What I mean by infinite mana leaks is like, you know, mana leak, 2-mana removal spell, wear tear like kills artifacts, like basically 2-mana interactive spells. You're going to be able to cast them all. Ooh, oh man. I could take a Tundra and that opens up white, but I think Glenelendra is just better. And again, we're not even like necessarily going to go white. And yeah, this is a busted card. We're just gonna take Glen. Ooh, Venser? I like me a Venser. So leaning more towards mono blue again, or we could even go like blue white. But Venser's a busted card. Lodestone might even come around. I might play it in this deck, and then Primeval Titan's also good. But again, just leaning towards the cheaper card is usually not a terrible decision. Here I'm going to take Inspiring Vantage over Everflowing Chalice. It is a double splash, but I don't really want to run too many like mana rocks in a counterspell based tempo deck, because the benefit of these decks is you kind of prolong the game, right? Holding up Mana Leak, things like Remand and Venser, they delay what your opponent is doing. And so more turns pass than normal before you're like under pressure. So you have more time to draw cards, and then the more cards you draw, the more lands you can put into play. So if you, let's say you're running like a 17 land or 17 mana based deck, you're going to draw more mana sources than you would in most games. And Signets effectively at that point just count as extra lands because you're not really ramping into anything, right? Like ramping into counterspell doesn't do very much. So you're more likely to flood out if you're running too many of this type of effect in your deck. There's a long way to get to it, but hopefully it made sense. Like basically, like if you run Signets, let's say you run 17 lands, like including a Mox, you're effectively running 19 sources of just pure mana. And that's, you know, it's just kind of a lot. Here we can take Force of Negation. We have like a lot of disruption. We got Moldrifter sitting up in my seat. Pretty excited about this. Lotus Bloom is also interesting, but I love Moldrifter. Ooh, Daze. Daze is a good card. Oh, and Swords. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I really like Swords to Plowshares. Plus I have Venser Caracas, so I'm likely to want to put at least this in my deck. I think Swords is better than Daze, and if I unlock white, then I get Mana Tide, which is similar to Daze. I'm gonna take Swords. It's just too good. Like, it's so efficient, it does everything. I don't even know what I want in this deck. Probably not Ravages. I guess I could take a Go for the Throat in case I somehow end up with the mana to play black. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this was the Tundra pack, I think, and it looks like it did not wheel. Land tax is interesting. If you're on the draw, like setting this in against some decks just to win. Otherwise, there is Elish Norn. We do have Elish Norn Caracas as like repeatable. I think Elish Norn's better. Ooh, you know what? I normally don't like Sword of Feast and Famine, but in these like tempo-based decks, it can be really strong. There's our Lodestone Golem, although might just take a Blood Crypt instead. Or Brightling, actually. Brightling seems decent in this deck if we can make the mana work. Because I am probably just going to be blue-white. That seems to be what's the most open. And Brightling does also fit this theme of like creatures that are hard to kill. I really don't understand how Glenelendra Archmage isn't a legend. Can you imagine how gross Glenelendra plus Caracas would be? Like, counter your spell, bouncer, recaster, counter your spell. That would be backbreaking. That is a pretty late Ramanop Excavator. I don't think I can do anything with it. I'll just take Overgrown Tomb in case. Beast Within? Like, I can't imagine a world where I cast Iona, but I also can't really imagine a world where I cast Beast Within, so here we are. Oh, Gideon's pretty good, actually. Normally I don't like Gideon in Vintage Cube. I think Gideon is one of the best Planeswalkers in Legacy Cube. Ooh, Torrential Gearhulk? I don't have any fetches. Yeah, the mana here is going to be tough. But we're only 2 colors, and our Signets don't even help. I'm probably not even playing Rakdos Signet, to be honest. I like Gearhulk because it's good with Counterspell, Mana Leak, Swords, Force of Negation, Force of Will. Yeah. I could try and wheel it, but there wasn't much else in the pack. Okay, so Mystic Confluence is real good. Bloodstained Mire doesn't help. Alright, I'll take Confluence. That's a good card. So I need more, like I said, there's a reason I took all these 2-mana plays as soon as I could. Because you can see my 5-drop slot is filling up. Whereas like my early plays, basically I need more. Ooh, Mox Diamond. That was kind of perfect. That fixes our mana. It lets us... I kind of want all these cards. I want Mox Diamond, Jace Beleren, Chart a Course, and Solemn. I think I'm just going to take Mox Diamond because it's effectively a colorless land. Ooh, Library. Library in this deck is really busted. Like, you just play it. We have 2 Mox in to, like, make sure we can empty our hand. We can gain a ton of advantage over turn time. I really am tempted to take Riftwing because this is also, like, the perfect card, but I think Library is very good here. Oh, man. I gotta take Azorius Signet. Dig Through Time is busted. Actually, how much card draw do I have? No, I gotta take the Signet. If I want to play white, I need to take fixing like that when I can, but Dig Through Time would be absolutely perfect for our deck. It's really good with Gearhulk. Ooh, that hurts. But we do have like some card advantage strings like Gearhulk, Flashback, Mystic Confluence, Draw 2, Bounce Gearhulk, something like that. And then Venser Caracas also is kind of like a late game card advantage engine. Still no fixing. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get any fixing. Recruiter of the Guard can find Muldrifter, Venser, Glenelendra. Yeah, I'm on for that. And if we wield the what's that card called? I don't know what it's called. The suspend card that bounces stuff. Recruiter can find that as well. We can take Godless Shrine. There's really no need. Sphinx is okay. I think it's between Frost Titan and Mind Slaver. I generally don't love Frost Titan, and Mind Slaver can just win some matchups, but I think we're already pretty favored in those matchups. Wow, Upheaval. Interesting. And a Johnny Vengeance. What are these cards doing here? Ren and 6 and a Johnny are busted. Thalia is insane. I don't think this is a Thalia deck. That is a really late Upheaval. I think this is an Upheaval deck. We have a couple Signets, we have 2 Moxes, and a Library, and Upheaval can reset all of that. That just gives us like a redo button, basically. Plateau would let us, along with Inspiring Vantage, splash the Wear Tear. Wall of Omens, I think, is probably just better. Probably not going to be able to play this, but that's okay. Okay, Winds of Abandon is removal. It's also a board wipe, which we do not have. So we have, right now we have enough playables. I actually probably need to make 1 cut because I don't like counting Mox Diamond as a land. I'm tempted to run Rishadan Port, in which case I want to run like even more lands because this is pretty good when you're trying to counter your opponent's stuff. I think the Sword of Feast and Famine probably didn't get there, and I think I'm going to cut, actually probably just cut Elish Norn for now. And then if my opponent's playing like green-based creature decks, we put her in. Because Frost Titan can win games on its own a lot better than Elish Norn can. I don't have that many creatures for her to like pump up. Sort of Body and Mind. I mean, I'll take it. If I play against blue-green, we can bring that in. We got all the swords. Do I even play Emery? She can recast a Mox. She can recast a Gearhulk. And she can bring back swords. I think I like Emery more than Figure, but it's kind of close. Alright, hey, the combo, Vivian plus Wilderness Reclamation. That is a very late Tezzeret the Seeker. I'm not going to be playing him, but he's not the worst. I wish they would put in Blue-Black Tezzeret. Blue-Black Tezzeret was so much fun. He was like the Oko before Oko, because you could like turn your Mox into a 5/5 and just start beating down. Except for some reason he cost 1 mana more than Oko, and his ability was a minus instead of a plus, and he didn't go up to like 20 loyalty right away. That notwithstanding, put this over here, 21. So that would be 18 lands with Caracas, Rishadan Port, and Library. I don't hate that. I could put in Sword of Feast and Famine, but I effectively have 8 attacking creatures. I guess Gideon can also attack, and Gideon plus Sword is pretty nice. Okay, I'm on board. And then I run all these utility lands. 4/9. Brightling is going to be hard to cast. And I think I do run this Dimir Signet because we have so many 5 and 6 mana plays, but Rakdos Signet is a little bit suspect to me because it's double off color. If this was like it added any of the colors in my deck, I would probably put it in, but that's too sketchy. So right now I have 1, 2, 3. It's a lot of blue sources. I think I can go up on white. So I have 5, 6, 7 white. So I can go up to 8 white sources and 1, 2, 3, 11 blue. That seems not that bad actually. 41. Oh, right. I don't need 17. Do I play Rishadan Port? I like it, but at the same time, my deck isn't proactive to capitalize on the mana. Oh, this is hard. Yeah, I can't. The best part about this card is like when you are going faster than your opponent, you can like punish their stumble. But we're not gonna stumble. But I want 17 lands because of Mox Diamond. I think this deck is generally pretty mana hungry. What do I cut? I'm leaning towards cutting Frost Titan, to be honest. He just costs 6 mana. I don't know what our deck really does without him, though. I'm gonna do this. Wow, the sword is actually decent here, but I'm just gonna run it like this. So you guys run one. I can bring in the sword if they're playing green or black. Oh, right, we were playing against Tony Scaponi. That name is familiar. I'm gonna go first. We must have played before. Probably there's some Caleb Gannon draft historian who'll be like, yes, you played against Tony Scaponi on the 5th of November. So our best draw is a basic plains. And I think I do run out the Mox. There's like benefits to going either way. This makes it look like we're holding up some type of counterspell. But if they like kill it, then it's worse than us like saving it and like landing a Brightling. So we'll see what happens here. But I would be really sad if I like held Mox Sapphire in hand, then our opponent plays Inquisition or Duress and takes it. If I knew they were playing red, I wouldn't have played Mox Sapphire. But here we are. Basic white. Oh, that hurts. So I can exile Zergo Bellstriker, they get a land. I think I just let Zergo stick around because Brightling brick walls it so well. I just need to draw a white source for that. Because if this just killed it, maybe I would, like if it was a go for the throat. But ramping the red deck when you're behind just feels really bad. So any land lets us play Glenalendra, and a white source lets us play Brightling. White source would be ideal. Ooh, blue-red. Okay. Anyway, Steamkin is a good card. So they appear to be aggressive. Any land, blue, alright. I mean, we really only have one play here. So now any land lets us Mystic Confluence, and that should draw us into land 6 so we can Torrential Gearhulk. I will not be Winds of Abandoning my own Glenalendra, most likely, but we'll see. Okay. If they attack with a Swift Spear, do I block? Whoa, what? They're offering this trade? I think I take it. I need defense. This like buys me a lot of time, and killing that is pretty good for me. There we go. Now I can attack with Glenalendra because I won't be blocking with her. And then hopefully I can draw good things off of Confluence Brightling. I don't really want to bounce their creatures, but I might bounce Glenalendra. Probably drawing a card is just better though. Take 3, sure. Dark Confidant, that is scary. Alright, well I have to run this out. Hopefully they don't Spell Pierce me. So I'm going to draw 2 and I think bouncing Dark Confidant, because that's effectively like drawing a card, but it also denies them mana. Because it puts me up a card because they're not going to draw on their turn. I'm not pressuring them, so Bob is like definitely a way they could win. Ooh. Now I get to go Island, attack for 1. Then I can Torrential Gearhulk counter the Dark Confidant. That seems good. And this is us pulling ahead pretty heavily. I can also just Gearhulk draw a bunch. That seems okay. I do run into Mana Leak that way. I'm like really representing a Gearhulk. If I Gearhulk, they Mana Leak me. That does use their whole turn though. That's okay. And the benefit of this working is very high. Beautiful. So it's like flashing back Ancestral. I'm just gonna draw 3 here. We have Library of Alexandria in our deck. So if we can get up to 7, get Library, and then just start drawing that way, it's hard for us to lose. Oh, Sphinx is also pretty good. I'm gonna block this Swift Spear. It just hits harder than Zergo. If they use all their mana to like lightning bolt my Gear Hulk a bunch of times, I don't really care. And then I'm gonna play Consecrated Sphinx with Glenelendra to protect it. And that should hopefully just close out the game. That's a lot of cards. Okay, what do you hit? Thing in the Ice Mountain. Okay, that's two pretty good hits actually. Fortunately, Glenelendra is good against Thing in the Ice. And I think probably they just need to play Dark Confidant. Yeah. Like they just have to draw out of this somehow. Oh. Oh boy. Alright, well, we're gonna attack. So I can upheaval. I actually don't think that's that great. I kind of want to just jam this Consecrated Sphinx. It's protected by Glen, so... Oh, actually, Zealous Conscripts kills me here, doesn't it? Okay, that's good. I played sloppy and I got rewarded, which feels kind of bad. I should have played around Zealous Conscripts. That's like a very common card that my opponent's deck could have. Like blue-red aggro-ish. Like throw the Kiki combo in there somewhere. Holy cow, wow, okay. Well, I got max rewarded here. I'm going to exile Moldrifter, I think. Upheaval's fine. I'm not going to be casting that. That would have been really bad. That was a good... What did Dark Confidant reveal? Island, okay. So I can go Library Moldrifter, but I think just getting creatures in play is probably better. I don't really need Library to win this game. I have Consecrated Sphinx. Let's do this. I want to get Brightling into play. And then I can play Library and just attack with the Sphinx. Does that even threaten lethal next turn? It does not. But I'm protected from a lot of stuff. Attack like this, they kill one. I think I'm going to be max aggressive here. We can chump with Glenelendra if we need to. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I have a decent number of counter spells in my deck. Right, they get rid of Dark Confidant, which is pretty comforting. That gives them less cards and less creatures in play. Okay, Venser makes me feel pretty safe. Yeah, and then the lifelink on Brightling, I can hit for 5 lifelink, which is kind of busted. All right, sideboarding it is. So they're like Rakdos. I don't think I have much to sideboard against them. So let's just run it back. Oh wow, this is a pretty good start. Especially on the draw. Let's see. The best thing I could draw would be Library, because then I could go Library Mox. That would be busted. Well, actually, does that work? I dropped to 8. I play Library down to 7, and then I have to either tap Library to draw a card. So I can't hold up Mana Leak if that happens. That's okay. I would probably just... Oh, whoa! I'm not going to Force of Negation the Lotus. They can lead on a busted creature, and that's okay. But if they cast a busted non-creature spell here, we're good. It just feels really bad to like Force of Negation mana. Because I would basically have nothing in hand if I did that. I don't mind Steamkin. Okay, I mind that. That's busted. But again, let's say I Force of Negation that Lotus. Then I just have nothing in hand. And they would just play Dark Confidant turn 2. Although I guess I would have Mana Leak at that point? I don't know. I don't know what was correct. Balance would be pretty busted though, that's all I'm gonna say. Dark Confidant's gonna be very hard for me to beat though. I need to draw a library like this turn. Okay, Brightling is good. I have Force of Negation, so I can protect it. I don't have any way to like play it with white back anyway, so that's fine. Zergo, Bill Striker. Okay, I mean, Brightling, as of now, beats their board. Then I can Force of Negation pitching Frost Titan. And then just start like beating in with Vigilance and maybe use their own Dark Confidant to kill them. I'm not gonna counter Ponder. Basically, I'm only gonna Force of Negation a play that I like can't beat. Something like Go for the Throat on Brightling, I'll counter. The rough part about Ponder is if they keep, then we know they're not gonna take damage off Dark Confidant most likely. Oh boy, yeah, so they kept their hand, they're playing Zergo, that pumps up Steamkin. Sure. Okay. Not the worst. Not the worst. So I can give them this Vigilance and attack, because I do need to be proactive here, so let's do that. Because Zergo can't block Brightling. I don't want to give it lifelink because I would like to give it lifelink on defense or like keep the ability to bounce it to hand. I just need to like keep doing stuff that lowers their life. Monastery Swift Spear. Yeah, that's not good against Brightling. Liliana of the Veil. I think I want to Force of Negation her because Mana Leak deals with most things they can do. And it's unlikely that I tap out anyway. Yeah, they can't even attack. Okay, this is going pretty well. Recruiter of the Guard. That can get some good stuff. So I can hold up Mana Leak or I can keep attacking. I think I like holding up Mana Leak here. Let's go Recruiter. Grabbing probably Glenalendra, but maybe a Venser. Muldrifter is a bit expensive. Let's take Glenalendra. Pass turn. No attacks here, keeping back. Mana Leak plus Brightling. I know they're getting more cards off Dark Confidant, but we have a decent amount of virtual card advantage now. Watery Grave. Yeah, okay. I think their whole mana curve is very low. They appear to be playing very few lands. They're running Dark Confidant and a bunch of 1-drops. I like their deck a lot. The thing I'm worried about is the Ninja. Ninja's not great. Okay, well that's no longer Ninja, that's good. I can still block the Steamkin with Brightling. Okay, well, they've offered very little pressure. Let's go Island, playing Glenalendra. I'm just holding up a single blue because I really want to be able to use Brightling. Mana Drain, we Mana Leak that. Man, their deck is good, but their mana is ambitious. Alright, hopefully they don't have anything too scary here. And then we get to untap with Frost Titan plus Glen. Kolaghan's Command doesn't do a whole lot. I guess it kills my Mox and Glenalendra, but that's not the worst thing. The problem is they have 6 cards in hand because of Dark Confidant. That's a problem. Oh boy. This just screams Ninja. Alright, we're gonna block here. Here. Oh, Goblin Guide gave me a land? Yeah, that's pretty good. So they're almost certainly going to Ninja me. The question is, do I want Glenalendra around or do I want to kill one of their dorks? If I do it this way, they have to Ninja the runaway Steamkin, and then I just hope they don't hit anything good. They're getting rid of Dark Confidant. I'm kind of okay with these trades. Maybe like this. But then they Ninja that. That's okay. I'm going to block like this and see what happens. I think I'm getting Ninja'd. Not too much I can do about that. But then Frost Titan can block it, or I can lock down their mana. They can Kolaghan's Command my Brightling, and that's not the end of the world. Like, if this whole plan was just swing out, K-Command Brightling, sure. Yeah, I'm very okay with this exchange. I take 6, I fall to 11, but I have Glenalendra. I won't be able to Glenalendra plus Frost Titan, but they lost their Dark Confidant, so their card advantage engine is just gone. Maybe I should have attacked. If I had attacked with Glenalendra last turn. Wow, that's a lot of mana. Alright, well, they have 1 blue open. I know I can't hold up Glen, but I'm just going to Frost Titan. And I'm going to tap down the Lava Claw Reaches, because that's their only source of red mana. And I'm not going to block Zerga with Glen, so I'm just going to attack. Because I need to kill them. They still have 4 cards in hand. Frost Titan's hard to deal with. They would need a spell that kills him for 2 mana. Or now 3 mana. Which exists, but it's kind of hard. Oh, they also drew a red source, I just noticed. So the opponent is... Oh, they have an Edict. They're repealing Glen and then they're going to Edict my Frost Titan. That would be rough. Oh, and they're going to Swift Spear into Edict. Now I don't know what's going on. Holy lands. Okay, that's not great. Repealing Glen. Well, we'll see what happens here. Odd. I think given that, I kind of want to get aggressive. They have 3 cards in hand. Let's get aggressive. Keep the reaches tapped. They can block him with everything, but that's great for me. If they fall to 3, then they can't really attack without dealing with the Frost Titan. Zealous Conscripts on Frost Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Zealous Conscripts does not kill me. It puts me to 1. I don't understand the repeal though. That was weird. Yeah, I should have attacked with Glen that 1 turn. Really hurts because they'd be at 1 and then I could just easily kill them with any form of Glen. But on the plus side, if they want to like not die to Frost Titan, they have to keep back at least 2 blockers, one of which cannot be Zergo. So that's like a big commitment. Basically, they can like attack with Zergo and that's it right now. I'm gonna guess this is the Scarab God. Okay, well that's getting countered. You can resolve Prowess. Counter this. What do they have for a single red? That repeal made no sense. Unless they have like mana leak, maybe. Oh, that could be. Like they repealed and was hoping I didn't hit a land so they could mana leak Glenalendra and then treachery the Frost Titan, maybe? I don't know. Well, as it currently stands, they cannot attack. Chain Lightning targeting me. So I can either counter the Chain Lightning, that puts me down to 8, and they have 8 damage here. I think I just let Chain Lightning resolve because they can't attack, and then I keep Glen. So I go down to 6. I can prevent this next turn, so I take it. That was a good spell. You can get back Mana Leak. Okay, so let's attack with Torrential Gear or Frost Titan only. Frost Titan will tap down. I like tapping down Lava Claw Reaches, but at the same time, I think tapping Steamkin is better in this situation because if they're activating Reaches, they're using a bunch of mana. So let's just tap down here. Then they have to chump with Swift Spear. I guess I was supposed to do it the other way. Tap down Swift Spear and force them to chump here. That would have made more sense. So we think they had Mana Leak, but I think Force of Negation feels better here because I pretty much have the game locked up next turn. If they don't have anything too busted, and I have Glenalendra plus Torrential Gearhulk to do that, and they have 1 card in hand. Lance Riders. They are just dead. That's weird. So they had no Mana Leak. I don't understand the repeal on Glen. So we're going to Mana Leak the Avalanche Riders. And the reason I held up double blue is, I don't know. That's game though. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're gonna go first, playing against Spicy Mayo. Oh man. If you guys have not tried Sriracha Mayo, strongly recommend putting it on basically everything. So this hand would be good if Mox Diamond was a land, but as it currently stands, I don't think I can keep this hand. Okay. We're on the play and we mulliganed. But I think I'm just gonna play library and skip some draw steps and then start activating it because I'm behind. Because yeah, I can go library, Rishadan Port turn 2. If they don't do anything turn 1, then I go turn 1. I'm gonna keep this hand. What do I get rid of? So I'm gonna play. Oh, actually, let's see. No, yeah, I'm gonna play library. If they do nothing turn 1, I'm gonna play Rishadan Port because that's like a time walk anyway, and then I can start porting down their land. I think I want Mox Diamond because I'm gonna have to skip draw steps, so this gives me a way to get back into it. Oh no. Well, Spicy Mayo has a good name and they know it now. I think I want to get rid of Recruiter of the Guard because I don't want to spend mana on nonsense. So let's just do that. Turn 1 library mulligan on the play feels so bad, but here we are. Okay, we both mulligan. That's good, that's good. So hopefully they did not heed my lessons and did not take Strip Miner Wasteland, because if they waste my library, this gets really bad. Nice. So yeah, we're gonna make the wow, Mox Sapphire too. We're gonna make this slightly awkward play here and start porting down their land, because this basically puts us back to where we were turn 1. But it limits my opponent's decisions. Maybe they had like 1 green source. See? That's what I'm saying. So now we're not going to play anything. We're just going to pass turn. We're going to port down the falls. And then we can start playing like Mox Wall of them and stuff like that. Pilgrim, sure. Ooh, Venser's a good draw. So we draw up to 8. I think we just play a basic island here. And then we port down the Lumbering Falls again. That seems okay. I want to build up towards Mystic Confluence because basically I can empty my hand and that can fill it. Search for Tomorrow is good. But I'm drawing a card every turn. I can hold up Venser next turn, which I kind of want to because if they like cast a Primeval Titan next turn, that's bad. Can they? They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 5 mana. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Oh no, okay. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could theoretically. I want to draw first and then draw for turn. That way I can decide better what like lands and stuff to play. So I have 9. Let's go 8, 7. Pass turn. I don't think I'm going to port them this turn. I'm just going to hold up Venser. And this also bluffs Cryptic Command. And even if I play Venser, I go down to 6 cards in hand. Vivian Reed. Okay, so now I know about Vivian. We can bounce her back to hand. And time walks are just absurd when you have the ability to draw a card every single turn. So now I draw to 7. Oh my gosh, we did it. All right, let's drop to 8. Play Caracas. Hit for 2. I think we just hardlocked my opponent right now. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know why I can't pass turn. Sometimes like Magic Online just has weird legs and I don't get it. Time walk is fine. So now they have time to like do stuff, but if they're just gonna hardcast a Brazen Borrow, I don't care about that. In fact, well, I guess they should not have petty thefted my Venser. That would have been really bad. Yep. So they have Vivian Reed and 1 mana open. I'd rather lose my Mystic Confluence. They only have 1 mana. Yeah, I would rather have this get dazed than my Venser, because Venser's like kind of the hard lock right now. And for those wondering, Caracas would have costed 1 and then Venser would have costed 4. If I get Spell Pierce, that feels worse. But now I have Gear Hulk, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's go Island. Oh, I did that wrong. I think I can still do this. Let's play Mox Diamond. With that on the stack, I can draw. There we go. I almost lost it. Discarding a Plains. And I guess I still attack for 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play Torrential Gear Hulk while still holding up Caracas. I'm okay taking 4. Oracle of Moldiah. So we're gonna go for it. Yeah. Bounce you to hand. Cool. So now at end step I get to port down their Lumbering Falls. So now they don't have counterspell to like stop what I'm doing on my turn, and it lets me know what they're doing. I'm gonna library before I draw. Let's go Island into Signet. Hit with Venser. So they don't have a counterspell, that's very clear. I just want to get their life a little low so that like this Gear Hulk does some nasty things. 3, 4. I don't think I really need to Rishodon port. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no. Port lets me not cast Gear Hulk. Take 4. I could ambush the Pilgrim, but that seems not necessary. Yeah, so now they only have 1 mana up, so now I can do this. Cast this. Counter that, draw 2. They can Spell Pierce that. Holy cow, that's a lot of lands. Okay. That is a significant portion of lands. Okay, Glenelendra is kind of GG. Let's go Plains. Hit for 7. So opponent's dead next turn. I get to play Glen. Pass turn. Do I want to draw off library? I don't think so, because there's a potential for me to want to like... I can port down the Seachrome Coast? How much mana do I have? I have Caracas, Venser, Port, but not Caracas, Venser, Port, and Glenelendra. So we're just going to wait. Because now I have Caracas, Venser, Glen, Avenger of Zendikar. They have no mana up. Okay, well, I'm going to bounce you. Venser you. It's the hard lock, man. And now they have to block, but they're actually just dead on board. I'd say we navigated that pretty well. Sorry, Spicy Mayo, you walked into a pretty rough situation. So this is definitely a good matchup for sort of Feast and Famine and Elish Norn. And I don't think Upheaval's great on the draw against green decks. And I also don't think Winds of Abandon is that good against their deck. Like, it feels awkward to win like a Mana Elf, for example. So we can do this. Sort of Feast and Famine is going to do some dirty things with like for Caracas and stuff. Ugh, I don't love this hand, but I'm going to keep it. It hits all the like criteria for a keepable hand, but it's really slow on the draw. But like, I don't know, going down to 6 feels pretty bad, especially when you have library in your deck. Like, I would be really sad if I like top deck library and I'm going to play an island here. I'd be sad if I like Oh, no. I should have played Plains, because if I draw Mox Sapphire, I want to Brightling, but I guess I could just evoke a Muldrafter. Yeah, anyway, it's like you mold a 6, you draw Library for turn, and you're sad because you didn't have 7. Whereas if I drew Library with this hand, it would be kind of nice. Still slow, though. I don't like how slow it would be. Oh, I forgot I had this in my deck. Oh my god. Unfortunately, my opponent is a viewer of the channel. They're probably, so if you're watching this, Spicy Mayo, and I get you with Mana Tithe later, I apologize. But you did know, because you do watch my videos. Search for Tomorrow, suspend Night of Autumn just as a dude. So this is going to be a 4/3. They have 2 cards in hand. I want to just completely remove their pressure. So that, I didn't really get them with Mana Tithe, but actually no I did, because they could have done it in the opposite order. That's funny. Okay, yeah, this goes pretty well now because Search doesn't come down this turn, so they only have 5 mana here, and then I can hold up Mana Leak next turn. I'd rather have something in play holding up counter spells than just like, if I don't play Brightling here and I just wait, how many turns do I have to wait before I can do both? Like 3 turns? That's way too much. So they get their thing. I actually, maybe I shouldn't have Mana Tithe the Night, but it was a 4/3. No, that was probably greedy. Because I was just going to play Brightling and that can block. Yeah, now the Eternal Witness, get back Knight. I mean, Brightling stonewalls their whole team right now, so that's something. Oh, that's good. Let's play Library. I go down to 5, I drop to 6. No, I'm going to play Island first. I'm going to give you Vigilance. I'm not going to pump it, because I want to keep mana up for stuff. But getting in for damage seems good. You can have a Night of Autumn, you get a Search for Tomorrow, all that will resolve. Yeah, I can't afford to skip draw steps to hit Library, but I can probably activate Library off of Mystic Confluence. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if they play land 7 mana. So Mana Leak stops most things. I don't know if they saw a leak last game. So they get a Forest. So their deck is mostly green. It looks like they're splashing white for Night of Autumn, maybe a Mirari's Wake or something like that. Alright, sure, Night resolves. I can just block that for free. Well, it costs 2 mana to block. That's not that bad. But I seriously regret using that Mana Tithe now. Okay, everything's fine. Go. Not gonna attack because they can just block with Night of Autumn. This gives me Mystic Confluence mana. They have 1 card in hand, I just realized. Sorry, Spicy Mayo. This is why I don't like playing green. You don't have, like, any decisions, really. Like, you're just like, I top deck a fatty, they counter it. You know what I mean? It's not a good place to be. Sure. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, so I drew a land. I can hold it. I think I like holding it. That just makes me win, like, very soon. Because next turn, then I can Library and then play the land. They're hitting a lot of land drops. Take 4. Alright, so now we can activate and then play land. And when my life total is nice and low, so Signet lets me play Venser, which can deal with most big things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's play a Signet. I'm at 6 cards, so I know I can't directly activate Library yet, but if I play Venser for something, but I think at that point I'm okay. Edric is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go with the read that they don't have anything. I'll let them draw 1 card here. And I kind of want to gain lifelink here. So they draw 1, but I have Venser plus Library. Gideon can come down and kill Night of Autumn, for example. Yeah, that's getting mana leaked. I've run out of Library, but... Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can rebuild. Let's just get down... I guess I can't really get down everything I want, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Let's just pass. They have Edric. No. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna play this, and they have like Avenger and stuff that I can't deal with. So we have to hold up counter spells. But I have like Mystic Confluence that can bounce both of these, and then I can like block Lumbering Falls, things like that. Because right now, if they want to get in for damage, they either have to activate Lumbering Falls, which lets me know they're not casting anything too scary, or Suicide Edric, which is also good for me. Yeah, that's good for me. We let them attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play Venser. I kind of want to just bounce Knight of Autumn. And then I can block Lumbering Falls and then give toughness. I could also double block, but if they're spending mana on Lumbering Falls, I don't care. I'm trading 1 mana for like 4. -1, +1. And I'm not bluffing anything, so let's give lifelink. If they just recast Knight of Autumn, that's exactly what I want. Beautiful. And they can kill the Signet, but yeah, it makes more sense. Okay, so we draw a land. I have Mystic Confluence now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to cast a Muldrifter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I wait one more turn, then I can play Muldrifter with Confluence backup, so we could just do that. Our opponent, again, has not done anything, and if I tap out for something, and then that turn they resolve a spell, I don't like it. Uh-oh. That's not what you wanted. That's the end of that. Well, now I know what's in their hand. So, free reign. Sure. So here we do this. We're going to block here. Then we're going to Mystic Confluence, return 2 creatures, and draw. Targeting Venser and Edric. I don't really care about Knight of Autumn, to be honest. Now I draw and go up to 7. But I don't even need to do that. I guess I could hit a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play Gideon and kill the Knight of Autumn. And then play Mox Sapphire, holding up Venser. Seems good. So I can Venser Lumbering Falls in response. That seems like a bad play, but it also just eats their entire turn. So I'm okay with this. And then if they attack Gideon with both, right, they give it hexproof. They swing at Gideon with both. What do I do? If they just swing with Lumbering Falls, Gideon goes down to 1. If they swing with both, then I just kill Edric. I guess theoretically they can attack me with both and draw a card, but I don't care that much. Well, in this case, we're killing Edric. In this case, we are chump blocking. Definitely don't want to give my opponent mana here. Oh, Gear Hulk kind of just seals the deal, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I can go Brightling plus Gear Hulk. Go. So they actually have to suicide Edric here, which feels really good. Do I know a card in their hand? I don't think so. I love whatever this is. Stonecoil Serpent X equals 11. Alright. I could Gear Hulk Mana Tithe them, but that feels really dirty. I guess I'm going to draw a card, so let's keep open white. That's probably a concession. I'm not going to Mana Tithe them on a Mystic Confluence because it's better. Counter, draw 2. We actually could have beaten Stonecoil because... Oh, it does have Trample, actually. That would be pretty good. So Edric dies, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15. I can put them to 1. Oh, I can actually gain life off Brightling here, right? So that's 5 plus 5 is 10, plus Gideon is 6. So if I draw the sword, then I can kill them. Okay. Goodbye, Edric. Give lifelink. Swords to Plowshares is pretty good insurance. Let's activate Gideon. Hit with all of them. Yeah, this can only do 5. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to Recruiter of the Guard to get Glenelendra, I think. Because the scariest card here would be a non-creature spell. 3, 4 for Glen. See what you got. So I have Swords of Plowshares. I can counter non-creature spells. So it has to be a creature. Craterhoof isn't lethal. Alright, we did it. Spicy Mayo, good games. See you guys in the finals. Finally. See you guys there. Alright, we are here in the finals playing against Shinda. We're on the play. That is good for this deck. That is very good for this deck. Holy cow. Turn 1 Azorius Signet. Seems good. Oh, I don't even remember typing that, to be honest. But apparently I did. I don't think it matters what land I play, but this one bluffs Daze, I suppose. If they have like something real busted. That being said, I have Force of Negation to stop real busted stuff. If I draw a spell, I can most likely cast it. If I don't, I think I like Swordsing the Llanowar Elves. Because it's just, I don't know. There are like couple different things that could go on there. If they have more mana, then it's worse. But again, basically the way to beat the green deck. Ooh, Mox Diamond. We have to evoke a Muldrifter here, unfortunately. I guess I want to hold up Mana Tithe. There we go. I don't really need the Mox, so let's keep it in hand because it's basically an extra card in hand in case I draw a library and like want to get up to 7. And it's also something that like green could destroy, which I don't like. Ooh, a 3/3 ooze is big. Alright, I am not going to play around Daze. And we'll see what happens. Oh, okay. That's not a Daze I can accept. No, it is a Daze! It's not a Daze. Dude, you're freaking me out. Okay, get out of here, Island. Go ahead. So opponent's 3 mana. Still 3. That might just do it, to be honest. That probably just does it. Attack here, tap down. They already have white, so let's just keep them locked off of double blue. And then I can go like Glen. Force Spike, or yeah, Glen Elendra activation plus Force Spike is going to be pretty good, I think. Ooh, Mana Tithe, you dirty dog. Always the best spell. It's so broken. Oh my gosh. Caracas. That has no use yet. Maybe eventually. I think I just attack. They can hit me with Stirring Wildwood, but then they kind of just... This is 8. Yeah, they're actually just dead next turn if they attack with Stirring Wildwood. No, they're not, because they can eat the Biogenic Ooze, but they're very close to dead. So we play Caracas. Now I think our best draw is Venser, but Consecrated Sphinx is pretty good. Like, we have a lot of good things going on. Garrick. That's gonna eat a Force of Negation. Now they know about it, but it keeps Glen Elendra lethal. Now they have to chump block the Frost Titan with Sylvan Caryatid. Ooh, that's not a good play, I don't think. We're drawing lands, but... So either way I can deny them a mana. I can tap down the Skoos, but they can still just Sylvan Caryatid eat the Biogenic Ooze. I would rather tap down Island, I think. Yeah, because they have the option, let's say I tap down the Scavenging Ooze. If they need the mana for something, they can take all of the damage, go up to 9, and then they would end up at 1. Like this. I'm not going to play the Island. We'll see if they have like a natural order for Craterhoof. I don't even think that kills me, but maybe. That would be 5 plus 4 plus 4. That would be 13. Okay. Rectus gains 5. So they have to chump block with Scavenging Ooze. I need to draw something. Upheaval. That's decent. Okay. Yeah, Upheaval's got to be good. I really regret not playing that land now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land, Mox. So I can Upheaval into Glen Elendra. That should just do it. And I tap down the Scavenging Ooze to force the chump with the Thragtusk. That way they don't get a 3/3 at the end of the Upheaval. Yeah, let's do it. Box, land, Box Diamond. Get rid of a Plains. Put Glen Elendra into play. That's why Upheaval is broken. Next turn I get to hit them for 2, play a Signet. They discard, I don't have to discard anything. Yeah, this deck's kind of broken. Turns out fast mana is just good. Oh man, Confluence is the draw. Yeah. For 2. So they need to answer Glen Elendra. Yeah, they're dead. Okay. That was beautiful. Against green stuff, I like sort of Feast and Famine. I almost want to put in sort of Body and Mind as well. It just punishes green so hard. I like Elish Norn. I think Upheaval in general won't be that good against them because they have like mana elves and stuff. Rishadan Port. They do have some creature lands. Winds of Abandon again against green I'm not in love with. And I want to get rid of one more thing. I could cut Mana Tithe, but people just don't play around it, even after what I've shown. Maybe I cut Force of Negation because most of their threats are creatures. And I would rather just put a sword into play. I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. Ooh, this hand is good. Okay, okay, okay. Especially against green, Venser into Gideon is like hard to beat, and then Force of Will helps me like defeat, I don't know, if they have natural order shenanigans, especially on a mulligan to 5. I'm not gonna Force of Will fast bond, that's for sure. Fast bond on a mull to 5 feels so bad. Cause they effectively mulligan to 4 on the play. Cause like they could have just done this. Like my deck is not fast. Sure. Time Walk is good. I don't think you're supposed to keep fast bond though. They have Eternal Witness? Time Twister, yeah, no. Counter that. I think in this situation I like Glenalendra more. She gives me more like card advantage inevitability. Okay, now I understand why they kept fast bond. They might just scoop though. I mean, they're still not out of it, but they're very far away. I'm curious what they're. Oh wow. I think it's worth holding up Mana Tithe in case their last thing is like land Garrick or something. Sure. I think I'm gonna get value off this Mana Tithe. Now I can play Glen, and not so obviously hold up Mana Tithe, or I can just play Gideon and kill Incubation Druid or something. Alpha Might. Okay, that plays around Mana Tithe, that's for sure. That is a good 5-card hand. Holy cow. Rishadan Port. Makes Mana Tithe better. Alright, let's play Port and tap down Lumbering Falls. So they can use that to sack the Elder if they want. But then they don't have pressure. I'm still doing pretty well, but that was an obscene mulligan to 5. The Time Walk was insane too. What did they get? Plains Forest, okay. Yeah, they're up to 5 cards now. Holy cow. Wow, that is the beauty of Mana Tithe right there. And now I get to Gideon down the Incubation Druid. I would concede. Again, we're gonna keep Mox Diamond in hand because I have everything I need here. Yeah, and they can't even Lumbering Falls to kill my Gideon because Lumbering Falls is only a 3/3. Weird that they didn't play a land post Tireless Tracker. I guess they have Fast Bond, but okay. That would have been okay. We have Counterspell. I feel better now. That was actually really scary for a second. I like just attacking against Mirari's Wake. Play Glen. So I can counterspell a creature. Man, their draw has been really robust. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Just the Lumbering Falls at Gideon, so that puts him down to 1. Oh no, that actually kills him. Okay, I'm gonna block. Eric will get Glenalendra. Now here's the beautiful part. I can Rishadan Port down Lumbering Falls in response to the activation if they go for it. I don't think +2 does very much. So they Lumbering Falls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't work. I can +2 and force them to Lumbering Falls. Or I can hit them for 6 down to 7 life. Don't like losing by Gideon. He's at 4, he's gonna go down to 2. Okay. I'm willing to buy time here, and given that I don't have Upheaval, but I do have a sword, yeah, we're gonna wait. I'm not gonna port. I will port in response to a Lumbering Falls activation. Mostly all that does is tap them very, very, very low. But this gives me, whoa, they're not attacking? Whoa. Did not expect that. Let's cut you off of some blue. Let's do this actually. Because they can stop this from happening, but then they need to spend mana. This feels like a Sphinx's Revelation. That's the only thing I could think of that would make them not want to do anything. Yeah, this is effectively tapping 2 lands by doing this. This is kind of brutal. Well, they did that, so now I can just attack with Gideon. They can block with Lumbering Falls, but it's only a 4/4. I don't understand what they're doing. Here we're gonna play land. Venser, Shaper, Savant. So Venser plus that kills Gideon. I actually do have to counter that, as bad as that feels. Because otherwise they could just like kill my Gideon, and I don't like that. Now they're drawing live to spells, but so am I. A sword is just lethal. And I have 2 in my deck. I have Consecrated Sphinx. Elish Norn is quite good. Oh, man. That was like the... Oh, God. That was a very good draw. So they can get back Time Walk or Fencer. So they're going to kill Gideon here. Now I'm going to draw my sword on this turn. So I'm going to let them hit Gideon this turn, because I can waste a lot of mana with Rishadan Port. Glad I attacked, because 8 damage would have killed Gideon anyway. And I'm not going to port. That was an insane draw. Alright, so now we port. It's the most we can do. This eats 2 lands again. Gideon dies, we take 4, and we gotta draw a Consecrated Sphinx. Consecrated Sphinx, Frost Titan, because Frost Titan can tap down Lumbering Falls just for this turn. Muldrifter is good too. I'll take a Muldrifter. 3. I used Counterspell, so I guess I cast it like this. And I'm casting Muldrifter because I would like to be able to play a sword. Recruit of the Guard, I think still has a target. Let me look at my deck. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm going to play it anyway. I think this still has a target. Oh, that sucks. Okay, go. Mystic Confluence is good though. Yeah, because I pitched Venser to the Force of Will. That's what it was. Alright, so I have no effects. I need my opponent to miss this turn. Please. That was a land. Please no Hydroid Crisis. Oh, that's too much mana. It's only 6. I can beat a Primetime Biogenic. Ooh, ooze. That's a lot of oozes. Okay. That's a lot of oozes. And they're all gonna be 4/4s. I might be dead next turn. Library doesn't do it. Let's see. So I recruited the guard block here, and then I take 16. I hit for 2 with Muldrifter. And then I get Sword. They're at 5. Sword only does 4. Oh boy. What else can I hit here? Elish Norn? Can I play Elish Norn and a sword? I don't think so. I'd have to do it all pre-combat. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Okay, let's play that. Basically, I'm just deciding, do I have to Mystic Confluence pre-combat or post-combat? I think I have to Mystic Confluence for an attacking creature. Wait, 1, 2. So this blocks here, I take 12. So I have to Mystic Confluence, bounce 2 oozes and draw 1 card. Okay. I don't like this, but here we are. 3, I'm not going to be using that. I guess there's the double white card. That would do it. A land? I don't think I can get there, but I think if I am going to get there, it involves playing this Plains if I haven't already. I think I played Library for turn, though. Yeah. Okay. Well, if they go for attacks with Lumbering Falls, I can port it down. And that means less oozes. That's only 12. Block here. Oh, I'm going to be 1 short. I'm going to draw the sword this turn, and I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. They make an ooze. I don't think there's anything I can draw. I got rid of Upheaval, which I regret. I'm putting it back in. There's the swords. I'm just dead, though. Okay, that Mirari's Wake really put him over the top. Upheaval coming back in. That card is good. They're not a very, like, quick white deck. Their deck seems a bit slow. I'm not in love with this Wall of Omens. Not in love with it. Force of Negation is quite good against Mirari's Wake in particular. Feast and Famine makes them discard and untap my lands. Maybe I just play Body and Mind because it like kind of just wins. hate that. And I still have Upheaval as a failsafe. Okay, let's... Do I want Force of Negation? They have Garruk, Mirari's Wake, Time Walk, Time Twister. Yeah, I think I do. And we'll get rid of Recruiter the guard, because in that game it was really bad. It was a 3-mana 1/1. Let's go first. Okay. Force of Negation is pretty comforting. Again, this hand is good. We just need them to have, like, not the most busted start ever. Alright, the opponent mulligan to 6, which by all logic means their hand is worse. I'm gonna lead on Plains to bluff the Mana Tithe. I think they've seen it. Yeah, I got the that one creature. Oh, they have like their one Llanowar elf? That hurts. I want to draw a land, I think. I'm more interested in developing my mana right now, so I'm going to play this Signet. That also means I can cast Force of Negation next turn. The thing is, I don't even know if I would Mana Tithe the elves there. Like, maybe I do, but if their hand is all mana, maybe I don't. Oh man, so I can port them, but then I can't hold up Force of Negation mana. So I'm gonna wait one turn. I should have just not played Rishadan Port. That's too telegraphed that I have a counter spell. But if they just go like land Garruk, and then I have to like Force of Negation, exile Muldrifter, I don't feel good about that. Or yeah, Mirari's Wake here. Garruk Relentless. Yeah, still gonna counter that. Scary Garruk. Okay, Force of Will is nice. So I think I like tapping out for Muldrifter because I have Force of Will backup. And I really want to hit an extra land here. This also pressures Planeswalkers. Like, if they cast Garruk, I don't have to counter it. Okay, Mox Diamond is fine. I'm not going to play it yet. I really don't want to Force of Will much. I'll probably Force of Will Mirari's Wake. I'm not going to counter that. Face down Den Protector. Regrowth. Okay. Well, that didn't do a whole lot. Oh, you know what? I actually should have played Mox Diamond. Opponent has Time Twister in their deck. Yep, you get another turn. Face down Den Protector. Tireless Tracker. So yeah, I want to Force of Will that because that represents a lot. But what do I get rid of? Force of Will pitching Mystic Confluence feels terrible, but Force of Will pitching Frost Titan also feels bad. I think I just let that happen. They're missing land drops at the moment, and they didn't play land for turn there. Fast Bond. Alright. Yeah, this is getting countered. I think we force and then just jam a Frost Titan here. Frost Titan plus Rishadan Port should do a lot of work. Yep, let's go Island. Attack for 2. Really wish I had kept up Mystic Confluence that turn instead of casting a Muldrifter, but here we are. I guess I do play Mox Diamond, because again, I do have Upheaval. Cast Frosty. I think locking them off double blue makes more sense. They can cast Mirari's Wake anyway, but if they don't cast Mirari's Wake this turn, then we should be pretty safe against most things they can do. Oh, Oracle? No. Oh, that hurts. They have Sword of Feast and Famine, but we don't have any cards in hand. Lock Sapphire. Okay, so we just run that out. I think I win this race. So they can play and equip Sword if they hit a land. Do I keep back Frost Titan? No, that seems ridiculous. I think I just lock them off of mana because they missed a land drop, so it would have to be on top. Right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'm going to port down their white source. They take 8. And then I just need to draw a sword to equip to Frost Titan for the win now. That seems like pretty good odds. I guess I moved to their draw step to see what their draw, like what's on top. Okay, it's tapped land. So we definitely tapped on Temple Garden then. Oh, Mirari's Wake on top. That's scary. We need it to not be lands. No, Stirring Wildwood? Mindslaver? Oh my god. Oh, this is bad. We just need to draw a sword, please. Gideon Jura. So they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's very unlikely that they get to activate Mindslaver. I think Gideon does what I need it to do. There's a couple things I can do here. I can just plus Gideon, that saves me from a sword hit, but then Gideon's going to die. I think I start by attacking. I'm definitely attacking with Frost Titan, tapping down Lumbering Falls. I think I like attacking with Moldrifter as well. So their hand is Mirari's Wake, Sword, one unknown. They're going to draw Mindslaver for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if they hit exactly 2 lands, they can get there. I think I like attacking here, tapping down Falls, and then just plussing Gideon. They chump block with an elf. Oh, they crack a clue. Good move. They're drawing a land. I like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So I'm basically deciding, do I kill Tireless Tracker? And then if they want to kill Gideon, they would have to... I'm going to tap this down. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to cast Gideon. That's happening. And then I need to decide what I'm doing with him. I can uptick Gideon, but he just straight away dies. But then they don't get a sword hit, and both of these blockers are gone. Or I can down to Gideon, kill Tireless Tracker. They can hit me with the sword, untap their lands, and then like Mindslaver. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. I don't want to get Mindslavered. And we're gonna tap down Stirring Wildwood and upkeep. And then F6. I think this gives me the most chance of winning. So if they just slam Mirari's Wake, can they go to 3? The sword does it, Upheaval would win. Elish Norn would win, I think. Maybe, probably not. Oh, actually Gideon doesn't necessarily die, he's at 8. So they would have to play and equip the sword and attack. No, they can just play Mirari's Wake, that would do it. Yeah, because that pumps their guys. Oh, are they gonna crack a clue? Wait, that gets better for me, I think. Whoa, what is happening? Oh, Venser? Venser is bad. Because I know 3 of their 4 cards. Oh, it was Venser! Okay. So they drew a land. Gideon doesn't die. Oh wait, opponent's dead on board! Oh, they killed themselves! Oh my god. That is glorious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can actually... Oh, I should have ported them. Well, if I get... I don't think they can actually have anything, but if I get hit by something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Frost Titan. Frost Titan taps down Venser. And then I attack with Gideon. Wow, that was a crazy last bit of game. I really should have used Rashad and Port on the island. Oh, did I not attack? Yeah. Okay, man, that was something else. Yeah, opponent did make a mistake, but it's like when you're playing a game that goes that long and okay, I have to return to game. GG's. When you're playing a game that goes that long with this many intricate decisions, you're likely to make a mistake because, you know, every turn you're making 6 complicated decisions. If you get 90% of them right, still over the course of the game, you're going to get one of them wrong. That's just part of Magic. You just got to focus on the ones you can make correctly. Like, I messed up. I should have, in my upkeep, ported down the island. I don't think there is a spell in the format that could punish me. But it's still, actually, I don't think there's a spell in the format. Anyway, that's the deck. We can go back to the deck here. That's another trophy. We've been trophying a lot lately. This deck was sweet. It just had answers. Like, I think I regret boarding out Upheaval in that last game. Sweet deck, man. Sweet deck. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, consider subscribing. And I'm going to keep making more of these. So see you guys soon.